the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jaguars of Mexico City. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
11.
Burrow on play action. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Open man is Chase, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. Play call, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the... He's got it! Touchdown, Bengals! Mike Gesicki from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Right 80.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Hardman on the return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Timber Wolf.
They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Richardson to throw off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So here in the heart of Mexico, this is a city that's hosted a handful of NFL games before, but now this is a different deal. A relocated franchise moving south of the border, playing here on a permanent basis. It's going to be exciting times here in the Mexican capital, that's for sure. And really all across this country, they're pumped for this because this will be Mexico's team. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now Richardson. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 34 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Security eluded him. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Down at the 13-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready, go!
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. QB sneak, Richardson. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Gets past one man. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And down right near the 25. Able to break through that initial contact. Got him some extra yardage. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Jags grab it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work. It all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Let's go. Cougars, craft all 80.
Following the fumble recovery, Richardson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Here we go, here we go.
QB sneak, Richardson. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Anthony Richardson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They run the toss with Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
It's Barkley on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That's good for Mexico City. First down.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's first and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Up the middle with Barkley. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A nice little juke. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Higgins over the middle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least.
Here we go.
And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Hot. 180. 180 hot.
Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He will find his man Chase complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. As the season kickoff game is underway, we are counting down the hours until Sunday, our first full slate of games to bring you all the scores and highlights. Until then, let's get after it. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Commanders in the NFC East. And here's Wan'Dale Robinson. He's going to haul it in middle of the field, and from there, it's a foot race, and they won't catch him. He'll wind up going 60 yards for the touchdown. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And this is J.J. McCarthy, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Vikings wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills hosting the LA Rams.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine. That the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's get set. Behind.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a short one to Gesicki.
My ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Hardman to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground. That last run going to move him over 200 yards rushing now in this game alone.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might have more power rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't call the matrix. Got that touch my face.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And quickly they get to the line.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd and 3. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Shifts by him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Got a man open. It's Chase. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
11.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Johnson on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
12.
Now it's Burrow. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. My, oh my, 237 yards. Rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you in this situation.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second and goal from the 1. Barkley will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here just past the 20-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And bulldozing his way through. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 60 yards. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Jaguars offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Charles, you look at that run, and in your garrulous and loquacious manner, how would you break down the Nick dynasty that occurred when that was bounced outside? It was almost Machiavellian, wasn't it?
The capricious dichotomy of their play calling is almost a non sequitur. And Brandon, I have to say, my friend, the ubiquitous cacophony of your ostentatious, sycophantic ramblings have left me in a state of ennui.
You always have to one-up me. I thought I was bringing the thunder. I had to look those words up all morning, and then you do that.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Able to push his way through.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
12, 12, 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
63.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. All right, open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Able to slither by.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Burrow looking to pass.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes
you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which card to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah, better when I wanna get better. Shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time. Let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine. Yeah. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when if you do
Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manopon. Rolling out to Durban, Marvel pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, not you. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight. I just went to Spain, that's a Ibiza.
Ibiza. Yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually. What's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper. Switch it up. From Africa, home of the diaspora. More than the trip around the globe, we just set the law. Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore.